What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So it's time for us to talk a little bit of boxing right now. So some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not know, we are 2 weeks away from Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk 2. And y'all know Anthony Joshua took the L in their first fight. He's attempting to avenge his loss and regain his titles. Oleksandr Usyk is a hell of a fighter. Was an undisputed champion at cruiserweight. Now he's a champion. He's a champion at heavyweight. And he want to keep them belts and show everybody that he got the goods in an attempt to be undisputed in 2 weight classes and be a surefire Hall of Famer. He's already a Hall of Famer anyway from being undisputed at cruiserweight level. If he becomes undisputed at heavyweight level, level, then of course you know he's gonna be a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame, right? In this fight, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm rooting for Anthony Joshua. I really am, man. He's an underdog in this fight. Seriously. He's an underdog, even though he's the bigger, stronger guy. From the way people saw him lose, they feel like he don't got the mentality in order to take Oleksandr Usyk out. So now he teams up, he changes trainers, he goes to Robert Garcia. And a lot of people, some people feel like, what Robert gonna do, changing the trainers ain't really gonna do nothing for his confidence or try to change his mentality or his ability. But sometimes having a different trainer can change your mentality. Sometimes sometimes it occurs over a certain amount of training camps, over a certain amount of fights. Fighters start to adapt the mentality of their trainer, right? Or it may not be a mentality change. It could be some things that he can work on mechanically that Robert Garcia can fix. We all know that Lennox Lewis became a different fighter when he got with Emmanuel Stewart, for sure. But in my opinion, I don't think it's really much of a mechanical issue with Anthony Joshua. I think it's a mentality thing, right? I don't think he got problems with mechanics. He needs to be a dog. Point blank, period. Anthony Joshua needs to awaken the dog in him. If he had the same dog in him that Gervonta Tank Davis has, or if he had the same dog in him that Deontay Wilder has, especially what you saw in that third fight Deontay Wilder had with Tyson Fury, I think he can go in there and whoop Oleksandr Usyk's ass. I'm not going to lie. This is the problem. That last fight, Anthony Joshua chose to try to box with Oleksandr Usyk. You're not going to beat him. I saw it, point blank, period. Anthony Joshua's not going to beat him just outboxing him. No, I think the boxing advantage is Oleksandr Usyk. If you try to box him, that's going to work to Usyk's advantage. You got to bring the fight to him. You got to straight up whoop Usyk's ass. And I know he's capable of doing so because when I watched the fight, that fight wasn't that wide of a one-sided beatdown like some people make it seem. He got beat for sure. But when I'm looking at Usyk's face, I'm like, man, he was touching Usyk up. He can hurt Usyk if he wants to. He just needs that grit, that fire, that mean streak in him to get the job done. Hopefully I'm hoping that Robert Garcia can awaken that in him in some way. But I'm looking at this like, man, Usyk is vulnerable. He's a vulnerable guy. He's vulnerable to heavyweight punches for sure. AJ just has to make Usyk respect him the same way Usyk made AJ respect him in that ring. No lie, man. Like, he got to be a killer. All that nice guy stuff, fuck all that. We throwing that out the window. We need to get on some aggressive type time. Controlled, intelligent aggression, but we need to have that aggression in the ring. That kill or be killed mentality for AJ to get the job done. This is my thing. When I watch that fight, and when I watch Anthony Joshua fight, when he gets hit with something tough, he seems to try to shell up and tuck his tail a little bit. He don't need to have that in him. When you get hit, fuck that. We spin out the blood. We're going to take that shot, and we're going to keep coming forward, The same way when I see a guy like Errol Spence, he get hit with something, he going to keep coming, and keep wearing an opponent down. Keep coming, and he needs to have that in him, of course. Usyk is slick. So he gonna hit you with some shit. But I don't think it's nothing that Anthony Joshua cannot take. I think he can sustain the punches from Usyk. He just can't hit with a whole boat. He can't get hit with a whole boatload of them motherfuckers. But I think he can sustain some of the shots and get his stuff off in the exchange, in return, right? To me, Anthony Joshua is his meanest when he has a guy hurt. And he don't need to just be mean when he got a guy hurt. He got to be mean when he coming into the ring. I'm talking about, like, he needs to have that on him. He got to put pressure on Usyk. Got to put pressure. Like I said, take the fight to him. And this is because outboxing him, nah, fam. The only thing that AJ got over him when it comes to boxing is power and size. Usyk can do everything else. I feel like the boxing department, I think Usyk got the advantage. AJ got to utilize his size and power to turn this into a dogfight and apply that pressure intelligently. He needs animosity. Anthony Joshua is at his best. He's a killer when he has animosity against his opponent, like when he fought Dillian White, Dominic Breazeale. He went out there and put on a great-ass showing and beat them the fuck up. He beat them up. He needs to have trigger. You know that crazy Michael Jordan mentality, trying to find anything, reach for anything to be on whatever with the opponent. Reach for anything to be on Demon Time. And reach for anything to just be on killer mode with an opponent. That's what Mike was. He would make up stuff just to flip that switch in his head to keep him on the attack, to keep him aggressive, to keep his foot on his proverbial foot, on the neck of his opponent. Same thing, Anthony Joshua. He got to trigger that in him. He's at his best, and like he's more of a killer when he is real animosity with that person. And I think he needs to take it to heart. Everybody think you ain't shit no more. People think you done for. People think you gonna get cooked. So look, man, I gotta come with it. I got to get this dog in me to go ahead and beat the hell out this man. For real. Now, it's easier said than done to beat the hell out of Oleksandr Usyk, but I think he can. Like, I don't think Usyk used to getting touched up by a heavyweight opponent, for real. I don't think, because he ain't fought no real, Joshua was a dog. Joshua is a fighter, champion for sure, but Joshua ain't had no dog in that fight. If he fought a dog at heavyweight, I think it'd have been a whole different story. For real, I think. Now, I'm not saying Usyk couldn't beat a dog, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be much harder to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just noticed that in that first fight, like when AJ's opponents are nice to him, he gets lulled to sleep. He gets lulled to sleep, rocked to sleep every single time. Ruiz, now Usyk, he get lulled to sleep when guys are nice to him. Listen, fam, we ain't trying to worry about how people gonna perceive me. If I'm mean, am I aggressive? Are they gonna like me? Are they gonna talk about me? Are they gonna dislike me? If I'm aggressive, are they gonna say I'm trying to be something I'm not? Fuck that. It's a fight game. People gonna think what they gonna think in the first place anyway. We need to have that. We need to have some aggression coming into this ring, man. When his opponents are too nice to him, he's not the animal he needs to be in the ring. So he gotta flip that switch in his mind, and hopefully Robert Garcia can help trigger that switch or whatever, to get him in that mode for him to be like, listen, man, I'm going for the gusto. Because there's people that think if he loses to Usyk again, they think he gonna retire. And I like having Anthony Joshua around in the heavyweight division. Y'all know Deontay Wilder's my dog. I still want to see a Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, I like, for real. And again, AJ's a very good fighter. Very good fighter. And I want to see him redeem himself. Same way I was rooting for him. Like, I really was thinking in my mind. At first, I was thinking, I thought Andy. Damn, it is Andy. I say Garcia. I thought Andy Ruiz was going to beat AJ again. But the way I saw him fight, he came out and impressed me a lot. Some people felt like, he fought a scared style. He was afraid. Fought a smart fight. Outboxed the guy cleanly. And won, without question, won. So, he redeemed himself and he said, listen, man, he was pissed off. He said, look, everybody think he's so great, I'm going to make him bow to me then. Since they think he's so great, I'm going to make him bow to me during that fight, right? He was talking that shit. He needs to have that mindset this fight. But don't try to outbox Usyk. Don't try to do the same thing you did with Andy Ruiz. Come in there to come and whoop that man's ass. Come for blood. Intelligently, though. Intelligent aggression. Keep that pressure on that man and keep that stick in his face and see what he could do. Keep that stick in his face, light the body up, see if he can handle that. And we'll see what Oleksandr Usyk is made of in the heavyweight division. We know what he was made of in the cruiserweight division. Let's see what he really made of in the heavyweight division. And let's see what you're made of as well, Mr. Anthony Joshua. Because there's some people that's saying you don't got the heart and the dog to be a real, undisputed heavyweight champion. That shall be seen, y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm out. Peace.